Auto crafting has been added to Minecraft. Honestly, this was a huge surprise to me. This came so far out of left field. This to me was like the ability to dispense blocks. It's something that they could logically add into the game, but I feel like they never will. Auto crafting was in that camp. I thought they would never introduce it, and yet here we are inside the redstone menu. I now have myself a crafter. You're looking at my trousers. Now, this was my first time placing down the crafter. This is my first time interacting with it. I'm just basing what I'm doing right now off of what I saw during Minecraft Live. I'm going to be taking you through the journey of me learning how to use these things. And the first thing that I've learned is that there is an orientation involved with this thing. You can place it upright, and you can also place it sideways. I imagine this affects things. So let's see, if I automatically wanted to craft up a pickaxe, then I could do something like this, and then I could put 3 diamonds and 2 sticks into it. And I imagine it works just like that. Okay, that's incredibly intuitive. Oh, but by the looks of things, I can't actually grab this diamond pickaxe. I can only grab the items here. I imagine... Okay, it needs to be powered to actually craft it, and then it fires it out. Just out of pure curiosity here, are these things movable? No, they are not. Out of pure curiosity, are they movable when they're not powered? No, they are not. You always have to check this stuff. Now, if I do the same crafting recipe, but I run the items into the side of the crafter, what happens there? That was unexpected. What's even more unexpected is when I powered it, we've ended up with a diamond pickaxe here. Is that because the item just flew out upwards and went into the hopper? Okay. Okay, that's... Ah. There's the output. If I do the same thing again, we've got everything there. Power this. Yeah, okay, it outputs to a barrel, so we don't even need hoppers to pull items out of this thing. Oh, just to be clear, I made it so that the output was pointing straight down into the barrel. Next curious finding is that, of course, these do give a comparator output as they fill up with items, but they also give a comparator output when you blank out parts of the crafting bits. I'm not sure if this is intended behavior, but it's easy to work around. I'm curious, when it successfully crafts something, does it also give an observer output? No. That would have been useful though. And if I power it too early when it hasn't successfully crafted anything, it doesn't do anything. And if it's powered and it successfully crafts something, it also doesn't do anything. It has to unpower and then repower. Okay, cool. I think I understand these things. So let's make some auto crafters. So I'm going to start real simple. We're just going to have a diamond pickaxe crafter. Now I think the way to make this as simple as possible without all of the timings involved is just to leave the template of the diamond pickaxe in the crafter, and then when the items start going in, you can see that they'll just fill up in the correct slots. This means that I don't really need to do any timings because the sticks are going to go where the sticks are meant to go and the diamonds are going to go where the diamonds are meant to go. Which means with that setup, I could just have a button connected to the auto crafter, and as long as I don't run out of diamonds or sticks, I will constantly get new diamond pickaxes. But if I still wanted to store up my diamonds and my sticks in their chests and not inside the auto crafter, then I could build up something like this, which is a small timing circuit which allows the perfect number of diamonds and the perfect number of sticks to come through, crafting up a diamond pickaxe, and then releasing it. Now, I must admit, in this current configuration, it's not particularly useful because you'd have to fill up this chest with diamonds, fill up this chest with sticks, and then hit a button. When the reality is, you could just craft up a diamond pickaxe. But let's expand this redstone contraption out a little bit. Say, for example, you've got your storage system with all of your items on the inside of it, and then somewhere else, a little ways away from your base, you've got your mine, and you want the ability to craft up diamond pickaxes at your mine. Now, normally, you would have to go all the way back up to your storage system to gather all of the resources so that you could craft up the pickaxe. But now you can just press a button, you'll get a diamond pickaxe immediately, and then all of the resources to craft another diamond pickaxe will be brought over to the automatic crafter, so that as soon as you hit the button next time, you will be able to get another diamond pickaxe. Automatic brewing stations also often use this buffer system because it means you don't have to wait for the potions to brew, you can just get the potions immediately. And I'd say it works pretty nicely. Let's be real, it's not massively useful. I mean, you could construct this thing without the auto crafter, it would just deliver the items to the chest and then you craft it yourself. Are you really that lazy? Multi-stage crafting. I absolutely despise crafting dispensers. Honestly, I would like to use dispensers more often in my survival Minecraft builds, but the pain of having to craft them up with the unstackable bows is not worth it for me. If a build has more than half a stack of dispensers in it, that's like a death sentence to me. So if I could build a machine that crafts these things for me, I would absolutely love that. The first thing that I need to build is an item filter so that I can just dump items into this thing without having to worry about order. Next, I need all of the storage chests for all of the items. And actually, now that I think about it, so we've got cobblestone and we've got redstone, then this is going to be sticks and string. And I should probably set up a little auto crafter over here to craft up the bow automatically. I set up a little bit like this. Should hopefully do the trick. We just need to link up some redstone. This is why I need the auto crafter. Okay, this is why. Because this is how I assumed that bows were crafted. Why are they like this? That does actually make sense now that I'm looking at what a bow looks like. What sort of floppy bow was I creating? Oh, and I've also just realized I can't detect when we have enough string or sticks to actually make the bow. So, back to the drawing board a little bit. Okay, I'm changing lots of things. Just bear with me. I hope this works. Okay, this is a lot more confusing than I was first imagining. It's funny, when new components get added into the game, it takes a little while to understand how they fit inside of redstone contraptions. At least it does for me, because I'm pretty dense. As evidence of that, I'm actually going to have to scrap this thing that I've constructed because it's just flawed from the get-go. I tried my best to make it compact and functional at the same time, and so far I have achieved neither of those things, so I'm giving up on the compactness. Just gonna make something functional. A small thing that doesn't work, that's pants. A big thing that does work, that's excellent. What about a big thing that doesn't work? I don't really want to talk about this one, to be honest with you. I also don't really want to talk about this one either. You see this idea of keeping the item inside of the crafter so that we don't have to worry about timing the things coming into it? Well, when it comes to making more complicated things, that unfortunately won't work because of the way that comparators interact with the crafters. It is based entirely on the number of slots filled, not the number of items inside the crafter. So for example, adding just one piece of cobblestone into the crafter here will increase the redstone signal strength by the same amount as adding a full stack of cobblestone into this slot. Which makes kind of logical sense and is incredibly useful. I actually like this way of doing things. But given these crafters are currently in their experimental phase, I'd also like to suggest an extra signal strength output, which is when the crafter is completely filled with stacks of items or non-stackable items. I then think it should give a maximum signal strength of 15. That way we can differentiate between when all of the slots are filled on the crafter and when the actual crafter itself is completely filled with items. Suggestions aside, automatic dispenser crafter. Oh my goodness, I think I might have actually got something working here. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, but I think it could be working. We just need the redstone to fill up. That's the only thing that isn't currently filled. This ended up being so much more complicated than I expected it to be. I think it should be good to start working soon. That looks good. That looks really good. Everything's flowing in. I can't believe it is actually working. Oh my goodness, this has taken so long. This has been so painful. So the items are coming out of the chest. I think the thing that is going to bottleneck us here is our number of bows. So I guess if we watch and see when this runs out, everything should switch off automatically. We've got nothing but dispensers so far. That's good. There's no droppers or any slabs or anything being crafted by accident. And it's just automatically switched itself off because it's run out of bows. Right, let's see. If I now put the ingredients for a bow into this, I'm so nervous. Why am I nervous? I think something's broken. No, there it is. There it is. There's the bow. And now this thing's kicked into gear again. And we got another dispenser. This is ridiculously cool. Look. So the bow goes across. It's just fired. I'm so excited by this. This is so much more painful than actually crafting dispensers, I might add. But still, I'd say this is arguably more satisfying. This thing's so cool. So now let me explain how it works. Our hopper minecart up here is evenly distributing all of the resources between all of these chests. These chests are ordered in the same order that the items are required to go into the crafting bench to craft a dispenser. So we've got 4 cobblestone, then we have a bow, and then it's a couple more cobblestone, then redstone, and then the final piece of cobblestone. These last 2 are for the strings and the sticks. Any strings and sticks that get placed into the chest up there will make their way into this system, which crafts them up into bows, and then that transports them using a water stream into the correct location of the order. When the system has realized that all of the chests are filled with items and there is actually enough resources to craft up a dispenser, it will then fire the circuit which tells the thing to start crafting, and all of these hoppers down here will unlock simultaneously, dropping a sequence of items down into these hoppers. Now the reason that all of the items have to be on order is so that they go into the crafter in the correct order, creating a dispenser, and then once this thing gives out a signal strength of 9, it will then power the crafter, sending it out into this chest. The signal strength of 9 is when all of the slots of the crafter are filled. Essentially, it means the crafting recipe has been completed. So when we get that signal strength of 9, not only do we power the crafter, but we also unpower all of the hoppers again, allowing another sequence of items to make their way along to the crafter. However, if any of the chests are empty, we run out of resources for any of the slots, then that will shut down the system, switch it all off, and stop any of the looping occurring. The only way to start it back up again is to fill in the chests with the correct resources. And when we do that, there's a little safety circuit to stop it from firing out of sync, but then it all kicks back into gear and works flawlessly, if not a little bit slowly. Cool, what a day. That was a lot of fun. That was a really fun redstone problem to solve. I'm excited to goof around with these some more. Expect many more of these weird little experiments videos. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.